play of the game from way down.
True, Silence, Rainer getting absolutely
A team wipe.
The living bomb's going.
Oh my goodness, the ring! Bob says Nico gonna find Rainer!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Ready for game number 2 of our doubleheader. This time, going up a couple divisions to the Heroic Division, baby. First time, actually no, second time. I think I had one earlier in the week, Heroic. Of course I did. Washed Up and Dread Pirates I casted, what was that, Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday. It was a fun match. That was, a good one. It was actually, who won that? It was one more fight. No, sorry. Washed Up, winning games 2 and 3 for the 2-1 victory. Sorry, I had that all crossed up in my books over Dread Pirates. But here we go with another Heroic Division matchup. This time, Choking Hazard, a new team, versus We Take These, a bit of a reformed team here by Mason Blaze. Getting their first look at both of these rosters and seeing how they're going to do during this Season 9 in NGS. Waiting on players to show up in our lobby. It's been a bit of a slow start. We had a little bit of an issue with the coin toss, but we got it through. And now seeing some of their players file in from both teams, I think we're going to be ready to go in just a moment. Reminder, if you're at home, make sure you got some water, because we have a potential 1 to 2 hour match about to take place. Want to make sure you guys don't have to leave your seats, so go ahead and take the time now while we have a minute. Make sure you're situated, ready to watch for the entire duration. Hopefully you guys had some good Storm League matches this week. If you played in NGS, I hope your teams won. And if you lost, hey, there's always next week. It's still early in the season, so you don't have to be too upset with a loss. Go ahead and get ready for week 2. Maybe schedule a flex match. And see if you can't bounce back and get some points in the standings. We have everyone from We Take These in the house, and waiting to see Choking Hazard show up. Looks like they're starting to file in now. Captain's here. Just 3 more players waiting to join on in. Mrs. Windupbird saying that she has iced coffee. That sounds delicious. If I had some iced coffee, I'd be drinking it too, although I'd be up the entire night. If I drink caffeine past like 10 a.m., I'm wired for the entire day. Oh, everyone's here. Okay. Looks like they're asking if the hats are okay. Looks right. There's my ready. Everyone's ready. So I hope you guys at home are ready as well. Let's get ready for Choking Hazard versus We Take These. Game number 1 is going to be Infernal Shrines. Let's talk about the bans this evening. It was We Take These losing the toss. Actually, Choking Hazard opting for the first hero pick here in map number 1. They banned away Dragon Shire and Alterac Pass. We Take These decided to ban away Cursed Hollow and Brax's Holdout, and ended up picking this first map, Infernal Shrines, as we are getting started with our first ban of the match. I Just Fizzed is the captain here for Choking Hazard, and deciding to ban away, after only 9 seconds, a Deathwing. It's exactly what we saw in our first match tonight. Nanoed Abba banning away Deathwing twice with that first ban. So staying the same, and actually Zool was the same ban we saw on the other side twice, so almost a repetition of what we saw in Division B West so far. Will this be Johanna or Sonia? Wouldn't that be spooky? I think I saw some of these players watching the earlier set hanging out here on stream, so maybe getting a taste of some NGS and thinking about their own drafts while they were doing it. 3 seconds remain for this second ban, though. Let's see what it's going to be. It's going to be Garrosh on Infernal Shrines banned out. Over to We Take These, a confident team who's been around the scene for a while. I know they've participated in all sorts of higher level events, Open Division, Division S, and these are some players with some highlight reel moves. So tonight you can expect to see some of that. Maybe expect to see some crafty drafting as well, as they're taking away a few of these base kit type hero, Zul Johanna, in the meta, but not in this game. Both banned out by We Take These, as Choking Hazard is on the clock with their first draft pick here on Infernal Shrines. It's going to be the Greymane, who's been an absolute menace. Able to get the camps, able to get the wave clear, able to get the kills. What can this man not do? How do they respond now? Having that Greymane on the other side, it kind of limits your choices a bit of some of the more cheesier comps. Of course, Deathwing already being banned, but Greymane's able to really harass a lot of different heroes. Malfurion Junkrat going to try to play it safe and be able to poke. Maybe the best response possible for Mason Blaze and Roger. Two picks now for Choking Hazard. 10 seconds on the clock for them. Probably wanting to grab a tank or a support here. As already banned out, we see Garrosh and Johanna up there. They do take the healer. It's going to be Lucio and Sylvanas for Silver Ripper. So seeing support on the other side, they can go ahead and ban out a tank here, but they're going to limit their own selection as they don't have one of their own quite yet. Two assassins showing. It's Greymane and Sylvanas, so banning out an assassin might not be of much use. Perhaps the solo lane they want to get rid of. It's going to be the Tyrael, which is interesting. You don't see too many Tyrael bans, but you're going to see it here, not wanting to deal with that Sylvanas Tyrael or the Greymane with it. One ban remains. I guess... Okay. I wasn't going to guess that. But that's a smart ban. Not bad. Void Prison not going to be an option now. It's going to be a bit safer on the back line. They do have some squishy targets. The Sylvanas, even the Lucio, can be rather squishy at times, although he's able to skate away pretty easily on most occasions. Likely going to see a tank here grabbing before the other side. They want their pick. It's going to be Hanzo and ETC. ETC, a long-time tank in this game, one of the vanilla heroes, and hasn't really seen too many changes to his kit over that entire duration. So you can expect to see all the typical stuff from the cow here, but with the double support now showing, is this a main tank Uther? Yes, it will be. We actually did see this in our last set as well. A main tank Uther came out from Soak Every Lane, so we're going to get another look at it here in Game 1 between Choking Hazard and We Take These. And that Uther looked really good earlier tonight, so I got some good feelings about I Just Fizzed hopping on this Uther. One pick remains for Xanaris. It's going to be Malthael in response to deal with the Yrel in the solo lane. Not a bad selection, and that slow ticking damage can be really hard for Uther to deal with, but Lucio kind of counteracts all of that. Double support. So will Malthael be enough with that final pick? I got to ask you guys at home. I'm going to open up a poll here. Who will win Game 1? Choking Hazard or We Take These? And the poll is open. Head on over to your chat, hit the drop down arrow, select the team you want to win this game number 1, and make sure you hit the submit button so your vote is calculated. Already have one vote in. It belongs to We Take These, but not too late to support the other side. If you're here rooting for Choking Hazard, make sure you're voting as well. Infernal Shrines, this first map, I think it's everyone's favorite map. You see it all the time. It rarely gets banned, and teams want to go here often. Probably the most played NGS map, but I don't have the official stats on that, so don't quote me. Anecdotally, we'll say this is the most popular. How about that? A lot more votes now. We got 6 total votes, and a lot of people now deciding to vote for Choking Hazard, swinging it around. So now I gotta say, hey, if you're here rooting for We Take These, you gotta vote now. Help them out. as we're loaded on in game number 1. Let's take a look over here on the blue side. All the way by this gate, we see Silver Ripper on Sylvanas. I just fizzed on Uther. Envy playing Lucio. Albatrox on the Rel. And Aiko on the Greymane. Make some mother flippin' noise for Choking Hazard. And over on the right-hand side, we see Infrared playing the Hanzo, Roger on Junkrat, Xanaris playing the Malthael, Tremor on the ETC, and the Captain, Mason Blaze, playing the Malfurion. Almost forgot his name. They're known as We Take These. Sylvanas not here, and they're like, wait a minute, where might they be? Currently in the bottom lane, but not sieging onto this wall quite yet. They're hiding out. What might they be waiting for? Nothing anymore as they leave the vent. ETC now here does see heroes in this bottom lane. Going to try to interrupt their rotation towards mid. Keeping Uther as the man on the front line. Could be risky here for Choking Hazard, but feeling confident, grabbing the double support. And have a chance to really make a statement here in game 1 with the selection. Malthael going to be making these rotations down from the top. Does have On a Pale Horse at level 1. I mean, he'll be up and down this lane with ease. But with heroes nearby, it's a little spooky for him. Finally finds an avenue, throws out that wave, and gets to work on that minion wave crashing in at mid. Both sides now looking at their siege camps. It's Roger, Tremor, and Mason Blaze on the other side. 4 heroes here for Choking Hazards, getting a bit more quickly. They're able to make the rotation down to the bottom where Hanzo already here. That's Infrared playing the simple geometry build on Hanzo. Throwing out some vision. I don't know if that revealed Uther as I just fizzed walking out of that vent. I thought he was going to find a stun, but wasn't able to walk far enough forward. Still just going to stand in this lane and have a 4v4 skirmish. And the wave clear definitely going to favor Choking Hazard for now. Having the Greymane and Sylvanas is working. Malthael having to get up and down this lane, but this time caught out by Yarel. Knocked around, can't survive. First blood of the game locked in by the new team, Choking Hazards. Bottom lane, while that was going on, We Take These, able to grab the siege camp. But now having to be careful around that rotation. I just fizzed standing in a vent, just waiting for anyone to walk by. Now trying to get on this Hanzo, they do. Infrared getting some support from ETC with that face melt. But could have been in trouble. Luckily able to walk away with his life for now. Malfurion and Junkrat also going to make this rotation towards the bottom lane as Tremor trying to protect that siege camp. Face melting 4 heroes around the field. And the chomping trap finding some value, but still no kills for We Take These. Just the 1 on the board in favor of Choking Hazard. We're about deadlocked on XP, and it's going to be a little bit of an advantage here as we see We Take These working on their Bruiser camp. Still no one on the other side looking at the Choking Hazard's Bruiser camp. It's wide open now, receiving a ping and some attention from Greymane. There goes Aiko. And finally, Junkrat and Malfurion able to finish this camp up. Starting on the Shrine is Malthael, ETC, and Hanzo. Simple geometry build is going to be fantastic here, especially later on, level 16 with those piercing arrows for Infrared. Definitely gets the job done on Infernal Shrines, but we're going to have to wait some time until we're there. Here comes Albatrox. I don't know if I pronounced his name properly earlier, but another great lead up. This time setting Malthael right into the middle of that fight, but able to warp around with his W's, and Era still surviving. Almost tied up now in the Shrine. Here comes a re-engagement onto these Skeletal Defenders by We Take These. Ahead by 4, but really could be anyone's game. We're going to see a fight and probably another leap in from Urel in just a moment. There she goes, but face melt quickly from ETC, going to help neutralize it. Power slide now onto Greymane. Roots are there for Malfurion. Aiko finally getting blasted around by that concussion mine, and the kill is picked up, as well as this Punisher for We Take These. Uther solo gets a heal, but Malthael still here, still chasing. Not able to get the kill though. Leap over, lands onto Sylvanas. This is an Arcane Punisher mid lane for We Take These. Quickly through the wall. And now going to get to work onto this well. We see Malfurion just slowly auto-attacking with his little wimpy auto-attacks, but enough to tick it down, and getting a little bit of help from Hanzo does get it destroyed. Fort sitting at about 30% health, quickly getting whittled down by the help of these minions. ETC standing in as long as he can, but does not want to take tower aggro, so only auto-attacking the fort. So smartly done by Tremor. Now able to walk away. Great roots by Malfurion to zone it. Back to work on their siege camp for both sides. We do see the boombox grabbed by Lucio, being thrown in that vent to hold vision and make sure no one's walking through, as they're a little bit lighter here without a main tank. They have this Uther on the front line. Still waiting to finish up his level 1 quest, but getting pretty close now. His eye just fizzed. Siege camp available in the bottom, but scouted out by the sonic arrow from Infrared. Does anyone want to walk in here? Looks like Tremor might be thinking about it. Good harass from Uther. Going to prevent ETC from walking in, though. Job well done. Camp secured by Choking Hazard. All the while, Malthael up and down these lanes so quickly. Not on a pale horse. He's on a pale shark. And that's going to be a difference maker. Let's take a look at the XP totals. Wrong button. Here we go. 5,655. Actually, Yarel in the lead right now. A little more XP gathered than the Malthael. But level 10s are here, and that means aggression time for We Take These. Will they be looking for a fight or just an advantage on the map? So far, all they're worried about is getting through these structures. Now taking down a wall in the bottom lane. Mission successful for Tremor and squad. Level 10's now secured by Choking Hazard. Still no selection from Greymane, but we do see the Barrier, the Divine Shield, the Wailing Arrow, and the Ardent Defender. I'd imagine it's going to be the Cursed Bullet, but it could just be the Go for the Throat. Maybe that's the big boy play here. It will be. Go for the throat grabbed. And now we're talking. Now we're cooking with gas, Aiko. I like it. No fights yet with these heroics. We haven't seen any of them pulled. Good scouting again by Hanzo, making sure no one's nearby. Actually going to see that boombox in the bush. And Tremor now finding a little blast from Lucio's sound gun. But no one's going to pull the trigger quite yet. We will have a bottom shrine up next. It's going to be a mortar Punisher. And already a weakened fort wall here. Oh, the mosh pit. Oh, he thought Lucio was walking into him. Oh, you hate to see it. Tremor wasting a 120-second cooldown. And maybe the most precious tool in the kit here for We Take These right before the shrine. Malthael and Yarel are duking it out at mid. But Xanaris not going to chase that all the way in. Not going to rotate towards the shrine. It's Tremor in trouble. But the Riptire comes out and the D-Shield's going to save Aiko for now. The roots are in, but missing that Dragon's Arrow on Uther. He ends up finally falling, though, from that last right's Malthael coming in late into this fight. A lot of spread now without their main tank. It's going to be tough to stay on the front line. Yarel's going to have to do a lot of extra work, as well as Lucio. You see, having to use that barrier during the disengage. Wide open now, and still no skeletal defenders picked up for Choking Hazard. It's going to be really tough for them to get reestablished here in the shrine, especially when they're able to invade this camp now. Here comes Malthael, ETC, and Malfurion, all comboing to steal away the Choking Hazard siege camp. Now back in the pit, going to try to finish up this shrine, as well as grab their own siege camp in the meantime here. Roger able to secure it, grab a couple of those globes. And here we go, Mortar Punisher for the bottom lane. 4-hero defense as Yarel split out up top. Still having to deal with that Malthael split soak. I Just Fizz taking a ton of damage from the Punisher right off the bat. As it's starting to get to work on this fort, already dropping at 50%. ETC doing the same old thing he did last time. Just auto-attack this fort. Don't worry about anything else. Now here's a huge Dragon Blade. Didn't have the mosh pit ready to go quite yet, but they get the kill on Lucio anyway. Uther with the stun holding back ETC. But that kill could be detrimental to this keep. Aiko having to Hearth and will barely make it back before the Mortar Punisher rained fire down from above. D-Shield used in panic mode by Uther, but still taking damage afterward. Will he live? Just barely. No, Hanzo picks it up, but look at Urel come in. She gets a kill, but walks right into the mosh pit is Greymane. And they trade out 1-for-1 on the back end of that fight. The wall at the keep is down and about 10% off the keep's health. Malthiel's still split. He's stealing away a bruiser camp right now. Looking back at the XP, now has taken a slight lead over Urel. Ooh, they're trading back and forth. Urel says, not so fast. Bruiser camp's going to walk right past that top fort and start heading on to this keep wall. Urel's going to have to make the rotation up here to clear it out, as the rest of the minions in the lane, they're approaching the wall, but with Malthiel being the one up here, he doesn't do a lot of structural damage, so this is still going to be standing up and not taking too much yet. But there might be a rotation coming. And level 16 talents are here as well. Let's make sure we show you what those are. Should see the piercing arrows. There they are for Hanzo. That's the one we've been waiting on. The build is online. Ready to destroy. Malthiel just playing mounted up with that pale shark at mid. Trying to get the XP globes that drop, but doesn't want to be too close to any sort of fighting. One XP globe is down. Is he going to get risky? I don't think so. I think that one's going to expire. Top lane, though, here they come back onto another fort. Power slide right through the Lucio. Last rites came out quickly, maybe a little too quickly from Xanaris. They thought there was going to be a bit more blow up, but didn't end up seeing the Dragon's Arrow, didn't see a Riptire, not really enough follow-up from the team. So last rites on a shorter cooldown, not a huge deal, but they're going to be without it for the 60 seconds. Some maniacal laughter from Junkrat, not sure if you guys can hear that. Is able to secure that top fort. So now all the outer structures down on the side of choking hazards. How did they respond from here? Still nothing down on the other side. They haven't been able to get these minion waves pushed forward. Xanaris just being a menace. Now even going to help out the team. What a team player. Hey guys, you haven't seen me all game, but I've been here. I promise. 5 hero stack, though, from Choking Hazard. You can tell they're starting to play a bit more defensively. Scared to move out on this map alone. Minion wave pushed out pretty far in the top lane. They're going to have to do a coordinated effort to soak this up. And actually, they're going to invade a bruiser camp. Junkrat able to concussion mine himself away. As the rest of the team is starting to set their focus on the bruiser camp. There's the sonic arrow to reveal where Choking Hazards is at, and that's enough to scare them away. They move right on out of there. Camp taken by We Take These. And now Shrine ready to go. Shrine number 3. This time will be a frozen Punisher in the top lane. Boombox to reveal that vent, but quickly destroyed by We Take These. Now Sonic Arrow landing right nearby Uther. They're getting ready to come in, and remember, this Hanzo with the piercing arrows can hit all these targets if placed correctly. Infrared playing from very safe positioning right now. Dragon's Arrow splits them, though, barely missing, but that's a huge win for Choking Hazards. Let's see if they can find a different engagement to their liking. Still nothing. There's the D-Shield on Greymane trying to move in with Urel, but Silver Ripper getting pushed right out. Doesn't have the Wailing Arrow anymore as the Mosh Pit lands onto 2. Riptire is going to secure a kill. As the Armed Defender, the last line of defense for Urel, she's barely alive. Aeko on the Greymane falls. Urel's going to go down as well. Silver Ripper and I just fizzed on 2 HP. And this is going to be a mega kill for We Take These at the 13-minute, 37-second mark. You can say that's pretty elite indeed. I think so. Punisher is going to be grabbed by Malthiel as the rest of the team starting to march towards this top lane keep wall. Quickly getting through it with the help of a catapult, a bruiser camp, and a huge minion wave. Will this be enough to win game number 1? 6 seconds till Lucio's back on the map. A bit longer for Greymane, then Urel, Sylvanas, and last will be Uther. Mid lane in trouble as well. Camp pushing in with the catapult, double camp in fact. As the Punisher's almost here, they're already starting to work on the core shielding. Full strength on both sides. They're going to turn their focus to the keep and try to get some added pressure from the mid lane. And here it comes. Punisher now on the core. Dragon's Arrow will land onto Uther. But Yarel is going to leap in and start threatening back Malfurion. Mason Blaze Low has to pop Tranquility. And now no one's down except the Sylvanas. Aeko in trouble. There's the last rites. Way too far away from Uther for the Divine Shield. He's down. Barrier comes out from Lucio. Last line of defense now. Ardent Defender as well from... Oh, that wasn't the Ardent Defender. It's just the core going down. GG. I don't know what happened to the sound effect there at the end. There it is. That was bizarre. Game 1 handed over to We Take These. Let's take a look at this match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. 12-3, the final kill count with Xanaris. Definitely, in my opinion, our Game 1 MVP. 16,000 XP. And was still able to lead the game in hero damage. 5-1. Malthael looking really strong. Let's take a peek at the talent screen before we move on to a break. Level 20 is barely achieved there at the end by We Take These, but ultimately it was that mega kill being the big difference maker at the end. Maybe could have started to swing things around if Choking Hazard was able to take that fight, take that objective. But We Take These run the gambit on Infernal Shrines, winning all the objectives and not losing any of their structures, if I'm not mistaken. So job well done by them. We'll be back in about 3 minutes for a game number 2. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back for game number 2. We're sitting here in our lobby waiting for our final ready checks from our captains. They were gracious enough to give me a minute to step away to use the restroom, have a drink of water. Appreciate that. Looks like map selection once again from We Take These. This time they're going to be bringing us into the Towers of Doom. I think we just got all our players ready. I think the captain from Choking Hazard deciding to restart the PC really quick. Back in bot school, Nightbot was such a teacher's pet. Looks like things don't change. What is Hero Sharebot with a troll on Nightbot? I love it. I haven't seen that before. Game number 2. Here we go. Blue team will be banning first. That's Choking Hazard. Unfortunately, losing game number 1. Wanting that first pick again here in game number 2. We'll see if they change up their strategy at all. It was a Deathwing and Garrosh ban in game 1. Final ban being the Zeratul for them. And there's the Deathwing once again for the 4th game in a row tonight here on my channel. Deathwing taken out with the first ban. Quick response once again on the Zool, and he's remained the target for the 4th time tonight to be our 2nd ban. Hotly contested heroes. Will this ban remain on the Garrosh? That's what it was in game 1. Not sure if they want to switch it up here for game 2. But a Garrosh ban, not a bad idea here. Instead, it's the ETC though. 1 ban remains. Game 1, it was the Johanna in this slot. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Johanna again. Or perhaps they want to take away the Garrosh. It's going to be the Johanna. So first pick game 1, it was the Greymane for Choking Hazard. A fine selection here on Towers of Doom as well. Really, it's just a good pick on every map. There's not a map it's not good on. Most versatile hero in the game is Greymane. But also heroes like Sylvanas and even this Ana still available. They're going to choose a support. It's going to leave the Greymane open. Game 1, it was Malfurion and Junkrat. But I can expect maybe a bit of a switch up here. Yes, they will. They get the Greymane and the Tyrael that they banned out in game number 1. Here's the Uther again, representing that double support yet again. What else do they have in response? It's going to be Jaina. Alright, so already having a Greymane and Tyrael on the other side, there's still no tank, but I just don't see them wanting to ban a tank out because Uther was shown to be that main tank in game 1. Perhaps they just want to ban out something like the Yarel that was played in the solo lane by Choking Hazard. Taking her out here in this matchup could make them a bit weaker on the front line. Instead, it's going to be the Malthael, a hero that was their game 1 MVP. They're going to ban it out themselves. One ban remains. It belongs to Choking Hazard. Game 1, they took out Zeratul. Are they still worried about the hero? I think the Greymane and Tyrael on the other side might be tough to fit another melee hero in here. It's going to be the Rhaegar taken out instead. Not wanting to deal with the full Bloodlust comp that Tyrael and Greymane would be oh so happy to have along with them. Mason Blaze and Infrared going to have to think about their selections here. Without that Rhaegar being available, what support will they be looking at? It's going to be an Abathur. Ho ho! And the Lucio. Aeko and Albatox, the 2 heroes yet to be selected, belong to them. Will be one of their offlaners and probably some sort of sustained damage to help out Jaina. There's the Sonya, and there is the Reyna. Okay. Rainer's been great since his latest round of changes where all of his level 1 talents got buffed. He's been pretty good since then, but they leave open the Zeratul, and Zanaris is, I'd imagine, pretty happy to get it. I didn't think they'd want to fit any more melee in here, but they find a way to do it. They're going to bring it all, just leaving Greymane in human form as their sole ranged hero. Almost wrote that down wrong in my book. Zeratul. Okay. Let's head on over to chat. Game 1, you guys picked Choking Hazard with 56% of the vote. But I gotta ask you again because maybe your opinion changed. Who will win Game 2? CH? Oops. CH or we take these? And the poll is open. Head on over to chat up at the top. Hit the drop down arrow. Select the team you want to win and hit submit. Votes are already up on stream, and I see at least one of them has come in. 50-50 so far. Keep those votes coming as we load on into game number 2. And over here on the left-hand side up front, I just fizzed once again on the Uther. Silver Ripper switching over to Jaina. Aiko on the Rainer. Envy going to play Ana. And Albatox on the Sonya. Apologies in game 1, mispronouncing that. Welcome to the stage once again. They are Choking Hazard.
The battle begins.
And over on the red side, it's Tremor on Tyrael, Infrared playing Abathur, Zanaris on Zeratul, Roger on the Greymane, and Mason Blaze playing Lucio. Game 1 winners. They're known as We Take These. Here we are at mid. This time we see all our heroes nearby, but maybe second thoughts from Choking Hazard as they rotate up towards the top. Abathur gets those revealed with some mines. So right back to mid, and perhaps their attack angle being neutralized by the slug. Great wave clear with that blizzard from Jaina, going to give them an early rotational advantage as Mason Blaze is starting to skate around. Does get the lead-off stun from Uther to his face, but so fast on those skates, Lucio's right back out of there. Top lane matchup, it is Sonya versus Zeratul thus far, but of course, really any hero can be a solo laner with an Abba hat on, so having a Zeratul maybe not the most orthodox pick for the solo lane, but in the presence of Infrared on this Abathur, anything can happen. Good stun there once again by Uther. Follow-up sleep from Ana, and Tremor having to use Eldruins perfectly to get out of there, is able to escape. And back to the safety of Lucio's oh-so-sweet, delectable heals. Tremor's going to survive as both teams now starting to focus on these siege camps. Zeratul standing near mid in full stealth, waiting for a rotation to skate past him, but no one coming nearby. Back towards the mid lane, trying to get some XP soak as sappers are grabbed on the left and just moments away on the right. No invade going to come, so both sides able to grab their camps, pushing towards this bottom lane. Zeratul trying to get back up to the top to deal with Sonya, who's starting to push some minions up onto the wall. But they're in time and able to cleave that down. Now back in the bottom lane, sappers approaching from both sides. It's Rainer taking a lot of damage. Another good stun there from Uther, and the sleep follow-up from Ana. But not enough damage quite yet, as the supporting from Lucio proving to be enough here for We Take These. Their sappers are going to be living, but the ones from Choking Hazard, they're down. Question now is, can these sappers push onto the wall? We're about to find out as frontline Uther takes a whole lot of damage. Now sappers approaching. All three will connect into the wall. A huge important play every single time you have them. That one will go in favor if We Take These. A big pickup for them. Now finding damage and a full rotation right onto Albatox, and that's going to be first blood of the game for We Take These. Now got to play response in the bottom lane as there's a wave up on their wall. 4 heroes are here, but Roger showing up on Greymane going to start to lead off some damage onto Uther. He lands a stun onto Tyrael, but Eldruin's trying to move him around, not quite able to get the kill yet. Yes, they will actually. Rainer's going to fall. Now skating forwards, Lucio booping back to Uther, and it turns into a double kill for We Take These. Triple altar phase spawning in 5 seconds. That's a big deal. Can they get up there in response on the Sonya?
Go forth and claim the
Zeratul might have been thinking about it, but second thought just moves over to his own shrine. Altar will fire off. It's going to be a 4-shot advantage for We Take These. 32 to 36.
You have done well, heroes.
Level 7's now achieved a full level lead right now for we take these. Sapper camps about 30 seconds away on both sides, so we're going to see a little more action on the Mercs in just a moment. But for now, another fight taking place in the bottom lane with Silver Ripper falling so quickly. I have no idea how they got all that damage in, but they did it. You can probably credit Abathur for the help, that extra speed provided not only by Lucio here in this one, but also the Abathur. And that's scary when you got a Tyrael and a Greymane running in your face. Jaina just got deleted in that bottom lane. No chance to survive. Even with the 2 healers right behind her, nothing she was able to do. Now, smart play here. Instead of moving over to the camps, they just want to auto attack on this fort. They're not too much worried about attacking any of these heroes. They're just putting all their damage in onto the fort itself, and they get it down. Roger's low, though. Going to have to get some speed boost out from Lucio. Showing up now is Jaina, as Mason Blaze trying to avoid all the ice lances he can. He's able to escape back. He'll be just fine. Another stun from Uther. This one onto Lucio, but Abathur's hat nearby helping provide a little bit of extra damage. Good cleanse onto Raynor, as he's taking another huge chunk of damage from this Tyrael build. Fort's down, so targeting Ana. That's a kill, and now Zeratul showing up. Raynor's low, also Uther's low. Silver Ripper, the only one still standing. He'll be fine with the supporting of Uther. But another triple kill, now 8-0 in favor of we take these, and look who's in the lead. Mason Blaze playing Lucio's got a hold of 3 kills already.
Before you.
This will be a double altar capture by we take these, as Zeratul's able to channel the left side. Abathur able to slime his way over to the we take these side. He grabs it. So now a 14 shot lead in favor of we take these, still holding the defensive position in the bottom lane. They have sappers approaching. Sleep Dart's going to miss from Ana as they're getting even closer. Shielding from the Judgment for All going to help keep these sappers alive just a little bit longer, but ultimately not enough. And Choking Hazard will clear them out at the goal line. Oh man, I didn't see it. That's my bad. You blame me for that. Well done, Zeratul. Abathur comboing in for a kill. Still bottom lane here with level 10 talents. It's a 2.5 level lead for we take these. Just doing whatever they want on this map right now. Holding this bottom lane and not allowing anyone to walk past them. I don't think this is going to go down until the next phase is up. We'll find out, but so far so good, as Zeratul's able to soak up XP, extending this lead now. It's almost going to be 12-9 in just a minute. And that is definitely scary if you're trying to come back here on Towers of Doom, being behind 3 levels. Oh boy. Double altar phase, this one for the bottom lane and mid lane positions. And with the fort still being held here by we take these, I don't know how they move past and try to get onto these altars. Still leaving Sonya in the top lane trying to catch up on XP. They're very close now to level 10. Here it is. It's going to be the Divine Storm this time from Uther, not having the Greymane and a nice Divine Shield target. Going for the extra CC, maybe seeing if that'll make a difference. Good mind placement here from Abathur. Should be able to slow down these rotations coming in. Oh, Xanaris not able to channel mid. But they found the team split. Lucio trying to boop him. No follow-up because a great sleep dart from Envy slowed it all down. But look at this. Raynor in trouble. The Divine Storm, the only thing trying to save it, but a great barrier from Lucio. That's keeping everyone alive. Void Prison on 3, make it 4. Sanctification to follow it out. They do pick up a kill onto Raynor. They also get Jaina and the Uther and the Ana. It's a mega kill. All 5 heroes down on the side of Choking Hazard. Fort still being held in the bottom as Lucio channeling the altar, sending the core health now all the way down to 12. It's a 24 shot lead for we take these. Seemingly in control of this map now with a 3-level lead at 13-10. And starting to set their focus onto more structures. They're now at mid. Stun's going to land onto Roger in this Greymane, but able to walk out, getting the supporting from Tyrael and Lucio. This might be the last stand for the bottom fort as Uther's walking in and says, I don't care. Let's take this back. Finally able to regain control is Choking Hazard. But they're about to lose mid because why not? Top lane next in their sights. Tyrael starting to rotate up as Abathur's been pushing this lane forward. They're also standing near the boss right now. Might be thinking about going for it or might just be looking for someone to walk in. Ana is going to check it out with the healing dart and does find Tyrael. So quickly backing out his Tremors. And another Sapper camp for the bottom lane. Maybe regaining control down here is the most important thing. Quickly going to rotate as they see heroes at mid. They're going to exchange out forts yet again. This is Greymane. Look how fast it happens. The attack speed boost from Tyrael. And that keep is down just like that. So quickly from we take these. They do have to trade out the mid tower. But ultimately, a trade you want to take every single time you can. Sapper's starting to approach. There's 3 down here in the bottom lane. Who's nearby? Jaina saw them, but then didn't walk at them. So if this minion wave goes down, 3 Sappers will cross. Altar is active down in the bottom. Zeratul started to channel it, but starts moving off, knowing that he's the tool they need with that VP. And here comes the damage with that Sanctification. Zeratul just... big stun from Uther right in his face. Nothing he can do with that Divine Storm follow-up. Infrared now in trouble. And Abathur clone will be down, so this fight not looking good for We Take These. They do pick up the double onto Ana and Uther, though. Maybe some salvation for him in this fight, as they still have Lucio and Abathur in support. Tyrael with the shielding as well. Those Sappers did cross the line in the bottom, as Jaina still trying to channel. The supporting starting to come into effect as Tyrael Eldruin's over right onto Jaina. Gets the kill. Now Sonya in trouble. She's trying to spin to heal herself up, but Aeko on the Rainer. He falls first. Finally, Sonya goes down as well. All 5 heroes fall for Choking Hazards as 5 more shots aim at their core. The boss is on the map, which represents the final 4 shots needed to win. And here goes Zeratul starting it up. Roger's going to join. No one nearby. Ana and Uther in the bottom lane. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be GG in impressive fashion by We Take... Oh, the BM. Oh, the big boy BM at the end. 4 shots heading towards the core of Choking Hazards, and We Take These. We'll take these. 2-0 victory tonight over the Choking Hazards. Let's take a quick peek at this match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. Roger this time, 2-0 on the Greymane. Helped out with the siege, helped out with the hero damage, 44k in the game, led all heroes. But a lot of cool play coming out all over the place. A lot of credit has to go out to Mason Blaze, leading the game with 6 kills and 0 deaths. Great work from the captain. Also well done by Infrared playing the Abathur here on Towers of Doom. Definitely helped out. Definitely was a nuisance. Definitely was a contributing factor to this win. Let's take a look at the talent screen. It was a huge level lead. 16-13 at the end of it. As We Take These are going to walk away with a 2-0 victory. I'm going to try to reach out to Mason Blaze for an interview. Over on the NGS Discord server. And we'll see if he can join us for a few words. How'd you guys at home enjoy the match? Was it fun? It was a quick one. But did you have a good time? Let me know in chat. 34 viewers here for game number 2. Really appreciate you guys all stopping in and hanging out all throughout this doubleheader. Just got word back from Mason. None of us can actually do the interview. I need to go do something. Okay. So we are not going to get Mason Blaze, unfortunately. And that will conclude the night. So once again, excuse me, I'm losing my voice, casting a lot tonight and last night. But it's a 2-0. We Take These take the victory, the domination victory. 3 points in the standings here in the Heroic Division. I think that's enough to put them in first place right now. So congrats to them, and feel proud of your efforts this evening and where you're positioned. Long season ahead here, Season 9, just Week 1, so a lot can change. But a good start for the boys in red this evening. 19-1 was the kill count in that final one. Outstanding work by them tonight. Credit also to Choking Hazard for putting up a good attempt. They'll be back next week trying to get back on their feet and maybe put some points in the standings. But for tonight, that's it for me. Thank you so much once again for stopping by. I'm going to be sending you over to some more NGS action. I think Taco is currently casting another Heroic Division matchup. Can I check who that is? I probably can. It is Quarantine versus Anti-Clown Association. And we're going to get you over there right now. So once again, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for supporting my stream. Thanks for making this full-time transition for me smooth. You guys have been incredible with all the support with the subs. Lock Voltura, if you're still out there, 3 gifted subs tonight. I really appreciate it. Thanks for that. Kurt Dog, if you're still out there, the $5 earlier, amazing. And also the 1,500 bits from Lock Voltura. I don't want to forget about those either. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I'll try my best to find some more matches to cast in the early portion of the week. Mondays and Tuesdays can be hard to find, a lot of casting, and actually this match here and the one going on over on Taco's channel represent 100% of Week 1 NGS matches being casted live. Incredible effort. I don't think I've ever seen that happen, and especially in a season where we have more teams than we've had since Season 5 and right before the HGC apocalypse. So it's incredible. A lot of credit goes out to these NGS casters. If you want to support me, make sure you hit that follow button before you go. But until next time, I've been MURDA. You guys have been fantastic. And I'll see you guys in the Nexus.